What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, let's just get fucking straight to it. Am I going to stay natural as a figure competitor in the IFBB, or am I going to the dark side? There's a couple of things I just want to state first before I give you my answer. Number one, if my decision is yes, I will not tell anyone what I'm taking and my dosage, because I do not want to be someone who's promoting steroids. I have always been someone who's not for it and not against it as well. I've always been in the middle, in between, because I totally understand why athletes do go to that extreme extent and start taking it, and I do understand other people's side of why not, because there is massive side effects and everything. But then on the other hand, you know, if it's your dream, are you willing to do anything for it? So that's number one. So I'm never ever going to promote or push. Like, I'm going to start taking on contest prep clients. Even if I do start going to the dark side, I would never ever put any of my clients on it. I think that you should try bodybuilding naturally, see if you fucking like it, because the side effects of steroids are most of the time irreversible, and it's not a fucking joke, and you don't want to fuck around with it. So yeah. What's second? Second, this isn't a fucking easy decision. I've been in bodybuilding since I was 16 years old, and I've battled with, do I take it or do I not take it, since 16, and I'm now 21. So I've been in this game for a really long time, and I know exactly how it fucking works. Okay, here's my thought process. Like I said, it's going on 6 years that I've been in bodybuilding. Seriously doing bodybuilding for 4 years, and I say seriously because when I was 16, I still drank every once a month with my friends, and then I still did a show. So, you know, I still trained hard. I still learned how to do old school bodybuilding. I was literally only eating fish and asparagus 6 times a day. The only carbs I fucking had were oats towards, you know, the end. My dog is being fucking annoying. So don't get me wrong, I did definitely do a show then. I got the experience, I did learn, but I didn't take it seriously. I only started following my meal plan seriously towards the very end, 4 weeks out, which if you are in bodybuilding and you're committed, you know that's not how it works. So anyways, my thought process right now is I've been a natural athlete for almost 6 years. Started when I was 16. When I jump on the Arnold's amateur stage, I'll be 22. I personally feel like I have gone as far as I can as a natural athlete. When I went to provincials and I went to nationals, natural, that was my fucking best. That was the best I will ever be able to bring naturally. I truly 110% believe that. So for me, it's like, why should I put in all that fucking work again? And when I mean work, I was up to 3 hours of cardio on the Stairmaster. Not for, you know, a month at a time, but towards the very end, I was at 3 hours. And before that, I was on 2 hours plus of cardio on the Stairmaster. Hard, too. Not just an easy 5 steady pace, level 15, so I'm balls to the wall. So yeah, I physically can't push that hard again. I could, but I can't do it to get second place. It's second place to me right now is not a fucking option. I'm not working that hard for second place. And here's the thing, steroids aren't going to do the work for me. I'm still gonna have to fucking do all the work and stuff, but I'm tired of stepping on stage natural, going against unnatural athletes. And I probably put in more work than they do, but I'm placing shittier than them. So I'm just sick of that. And then people right now, you're probably thinking, well, if you're a natural athlete and you're sick of competing against unnatural athletes, then go compete in a natural federation. A natural federation isn't my end goal, isn't my end game. Yeah, like competing naturally, there's no really big end goal. There's less opportunities. So my thought process when I got into this game was, I want to fucking turn pro natural against unnatural people. And I want people to look at me and be like, there's no fucking way she's natural. And people do, and I've hit that. So I feel like I've accomplished as much as I can accomplish as a natural athlete. Now, let's get to my answer. Am I going to not be natural? At this stage in my prep, I am seeing progress so quickly, and this way that I'm doing things I've never done before in prep. So I've done really low carb, high protein, all of that switched up. I've done macros, I've done keto, I've done I've done old school bodybuilding, chicken, rice, broccoli, that's it, for all different shows, for about 7 different shows I think I've done now. This show, I'm with a brand new coach, and he's actually reversing me into a show, which I've never done. So I feel like right now, steroids aren't in the picture, because I'm really happy with how my body's progressing at the moment. But with saying that, if in 8 weeks time it starts slowing down and it comes to, do you want your pro card or no, basically, because naturally, genetically, I am not blessed enough to get under 10% body fat naturally. So if it comes down to, you know, we're, you know, 10 weeks out or something, I'm gonna have to sit down, reassess. Right now I think I'm like 17. I'm gonna have to sit down, reassess, and if I don't feel like I'm lean enough and my pro card's gonna be on the line, then, you know, I will. But right now, like I said, I'm happy with how things are progressing. And don't get me wrong, steroids, it's not going to, I'm still gonna have to do all the work. I'm still gonna have to fucking eat really fucking healthy. What it's gonna do, basically, literally only, is if my body fat is at 10%, it's just gonna help me get under that 10%. So it's just gonna be that little bit extra. But guess what? That little bit extra is how much I fucking lose every year. Every year I get second place to someone, because my conditioning is just a little bit fucking shittier than theirs. And all of my other shows have been quite small. This is Arnold amateur stage. Like, it's no fucking joke. So I don't want to look like an amateur when I go on that stage. I want to earn that fucking pro card. So yeah. And also, I really want people to know, here's the list. Like, the list of steroids is like that wide. Here's how many I'm willing to try. Why? Because as a female, the side effects are fucked, of like most. And I'm just, you know, I don't want those side effects. I don't want to turn into a man. And with saying that, like, no steroids are actually going to physically turn you into a man. But there are some side effects and some, like, deepening of the vocal cords. That's not going to reverse. And I should also say, if I do decide to go down that route, as soon as if I see any kind of side effects, let's say one of the side effects is acne, and I start getting acne all over my body, chest and back, like females tend to do, I will immediately stop taking it. It's not worth the irreversible side effects for me. So, you know, with saying this, I'm kind of on the, like, I'm pretty sure I probably will down the road take it, because I just already know that at the start for me, I do really well, and then at the end I kind of hit, not like a plateau, I'm still progressing, but I just can't get to that pro level of leanness. So yeah, but if the side effects are really bad, like, I will jump off of it as soon as I notice anything, because it can reverse a little bit, but not like once you've taken it for like 2 years or straight, it's not gonna reverse. So if you've taken it for a couple weeks and you're starting to notice things and you go off of it, it can reverse. But that's my thought process. What else did I want to say? I wanted to also say that I'm being open and honest, so please be kind. There's a lot of other fucking bodybuilders that call themselves natty and they're not. I never want to be that athlete. I never want someone to look at me and be like, wow, I can attain that naturally. So I'm being fucking open and honest for you guys, and so that you know the truth. And I just also want you to know that I don't want any comments saying you're gonna turn into a man, you're gonna be gross now, because all of the fucking IFBB bikini athletes at the Olympia are on shit. Do they look like men? No. And I think everyone thinks of steroids and sticking a needle up your ass. No, that's not how it works. Some steroids are, you take orally, and those are the only ones that I would ever be considering. And there is a lot of precautions you have to think about, like your liver and things like that. So I will, if I do go down that road, I will be cautious of all those things. I've done years and years of research on it, and this isn't an easy decision to make, because I did really want to turn pro naturally, but I do know that if I want to play with the big girls, I have to do big girl things. I also lastly just want to say that this isn't gonna fucking, the ones that I'm thinking of trying are not gonna fucking make me put on muscle. They're not gonna give me like massive amounts of strength, and they're not going to do all the work for me, and it's not gonna make me turn into a man, and it's not gonna change me as a person. And yeah, I just think people have this really, really bad reputation of steroids. It's literally just gonna help me get from that 10% body fat to that, you know, lower than 10% body fat, which is what I need to turn pro. And if I just wanted to turn pro and then have my pro card, I would never take anything. I really believe in myself that I can make it to the Olympia. So this is a long-term game for me. I've been in it since I was 16, and I'll fucking be in it for the rest of my life if I have to make everyone proud and jump on that Mr. O stage. So that's my thought process. If you're a girl and you've taken steroids before, message me, because I love just fucking hearing stories and hearing what you've taken and stuff, if you're willing to openly share. But yeah, so I guess the answer is most likely, but I'll keep you updated, and you're welcome for being genuine and real. No, I'm kidding. All right, bye.